Welcome back, Pokemon fans. We are here in top 4 of the very last. Oh, no, sorry, not the very last. The very first tournament, not the very last Pokemon tournament.
No,
God, no, the opposite. Very first. And it has been a blast, a very long day, but a very good one for sure.
On the other side of the bracket, you just saw that Nips was playing against Anthony, and he was able to take that game 2-0. And now we have Matt on the left playing against Rewt, 8100. Matt, however, in-game name, Carl.
Yes, I told him I call him Marl. Apparently, in a stream that he goes in, he's known as Carl in his friend's stream.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a joke between them. But we've actually seen both these players on stream, which is literally just I don't want to call it dumb luck, but it is just kind of lucky that we've already seen all of top 4 on stream before. But we saw Nips win.
I tried to put 8 unique players, 10 unique players.
Yes,
right?
on stream.
So it's a very good probability that
yeah, there's only 18 people here, so
only 8 people weren't on stream today.
Yes.
So less than half.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true. It looks like both players have already chosen their teams, and you guys, of course, we've already gone over these teams pretty much in depth because we've seen both these players. So now we just get to see at the end of the day, these two players have not versed each other. It's very different from the last game we just watched. We just watched basically a rematch where Nips was able to take all the information, dump it down,
and a rematch against a team that's leaning towards the gimmick side is definitely a lot harder for the
gimmick side.
Gimmick side, for
Definitely.
Sure. Yeah, because your secret's already out of the bag. Somebody in the chat was asking, I don't know, was that a while ago or here? Switch back to the other side here. Oh,
no, yeah,
gone forever.
Yeah.
Right. Someone was asking if we check to see if Pokemon are made by a third-party application, and yeah, we make sure everything is nice and legit. Nice and legit.
We do everything that the Pokemon Company does at their tournaments. I've been to them many times. We do what they do, and that's what we have to do. Tapu Bulu and Gengar lead for Rewt, 8100, and then we're going to see that Matt leads with the Gigalith and the Magnezone with that Sand Up. So we're going to see Gengar right away going for a Shadow Ball into the Gigalith, going to do a good amount of damage. Nothing too crazy thanks to that Sandstorm boost, but a Horn Leech coming out into that Gigalith is going to pick up the knockout.
Oof.
So Rewt just recognizing, I do not want this thing around here.
We see a threat?
We see a threat, we get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
We get rid of it. Flash Cannon is going to go out into that Tapu Bulu, super effective. Going to pick up the knockout if the Sandstorm damage happens before, and it does. I just couldn't remember for a second. Thanks to Sandstorm, it's going to knock out that Bulu. So if I was Matt,
I thought it was going to hang out on a Pixel. I was
really?
like, no way.
I would not be sad about trading a Gigalith for a Bulu. I would not be sad because Bulu is such a huge, huge threat.
Yeah, that was absolutely a fine trade.
And you know what? I know exactly why Rewt went for that Gigalith. I mean, we see that Matt is running that Sand team.
Yep.
So get rid of the provider, and maybe you can recover. But right now, we have a very fast stat one coming in. Rewt going into the Arcanine, which is fantastic play. Pretty much probably presuming that Matt only has physical attackers in the back. We've already seen the Magnezone.
Right.
I think he has another special attacker in his team, but it's not part of the Sand shenanigans. He has a Mandibuzz. And I don't remember the last Pokemon.
Well, not only will the Arcanine check the physical attackers, but it's also going to put Magnezone under some pressure.
Definitely.
You know, Magnezone looking at a Gengar and an Arcanine is definitely not a happy Magnezone.
No, not at all. The Arcanine can definitely do a lot of work to the Magnezone. It won't pick up a. I don't think. I mean, this unless Arcanine goes for an Inferno Overdrive, I'm almost positive a Flare Blitz won't pick up the knockout on a Magnezone, depending on how they're trained, of course. Or we're going to see the Stoutland actually go right back out. They're playing hardcore read games right now. We're going to see a Sludge Bomb into that slot, so not wanting to take a lot of damage from that Gengar. Just going to go ahead and get resisted, and Arcanine's going to go for a Flamethrower into that Magnezone. We'll see how much this does.
Should live.
Yeah, it definitely should. It'll do 75, so a burn-up would definitely knock it out. We're going to see a Flash Cannon into that Gengar.
Decent damage to the Gengar.
Woo!
That's the stash.
That's the sash, and then the Sand. So Matt, these games are going so quickly.
Yeah.
These are no games when you're in top 4, apparently.
This is why Magnezone is one of the most prevalent Pokemon in VGC right now. It just
100%.
puts out so much damage.
And it has so much bulk. It just lived a stab Flamethrower.
Yeah.
Like, from who knows how this Arcanine is trained.
Well, Arcanine's special attack, I think, is around
95.
95? Yeah.
So it's not bad.
Definitely not bad, but it's nothing to, like... It's nothing to sneeze at, but it's also not something that you got to be like absolutely terrified. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
definitely nice and good.
It is nice and good. Yes, you guys are right. My bad. This is round 2 of top 4. Thank you so much for letting us know.
No, this is still round 1 of top 4.
Oh, you're right. It is round 1. I don't know because
this is the second game in round 1.
Yes, this is the second game in round 1. That's why I do it. And then next game is grand finals, top 2.
Yes.
So we were good on that front. Garchomp being here against an Arcanine and Milotic. Garchomp just going to go for the Earthquake, letting the Magnezone go down.
Poor guy. He did nothing wrong.
Oh my goodness, that I think is not going to work out well. Magnezone going to go down, and now both moves are going to go into this Garchomp. Flamethrower going to go into the Garchomp. You know, Matt's like, if anyone takes down my Magnezone, it's me. That's it. No one else touches this. And if my ulti has the Ice Beam, which it does, Garchomp dodges in the sand.
Oh my gosh, no
That's
way.
the Sand Veil, baby. I was talking about that on my stream the other day.
It's clutch.
It's so clutch, dude. I don't blame anyone that gets it. Like, it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's Sand Veil, and it's part of the game.
Yo, I'm waiting for someone to make the pro play. Earthquake, your buddy, right? So they can't get the Beast Boost?
Yes.
Oh,
I love
my
it.
kill.
That would be great. I've actually, when I was in San Jose, my opponent horn leeched his own Pokemon, absorbed all of its HP, and got the Beast Boost. It was disgusting.
That's
absolutely disgusting.
Smart.
I loved it.
That's crazy.
We're gonna see Stoutland come out here. So it's 2v2. Only literally, what is this? A minute into your time. So it's been like 3 or 4 minutes so far of the game. And we're down to 2v2 situation. Retaliate from Stoutland, and a Pokemon just got knocked out, so that's going to pick up the knockout on Arcanine. Retaliate's one of the coolest moves. You don't know, its power doubles if one of your Pokemon have just been fainted by the opponent's team. Really interesting. Stoutland's Life Orb is there, and Outrage going into the Milotic. That's pretty much going to seal the deal, because Milotic is not going to click Recover here. Going to go for the Ice.
Another dodge? No way.
I can't do this, man.
No way.
I'm losing my mind. It took me 30 battles to get a single dodge. He didn't need it. He's greedy. That Garchomp is a greedy, sticky hands or sticky fins. Oh my goodness.
Put the man Home Alone 2. Sticky fingers. Sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers right there. Oh my goodness.
The Sticky Bandit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're going to see a Thunderfang. See, I don't know if I ever would have done that. I don't know if I ever would have revealed Thunderfang, but you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
They're going to shake hands. Players are going to shake hands, and that is going to be game 1 within a minute of your time.
Oh my God.
We've only spent a minute of your time in this game.
Packing the most action into...
The most action we can for your streams. That's what you guys come here every Saturday. We'll be streaming. We try to give you guys battle spot in between rounds because we don't want you guys to drag with no content. We have top 4. Get to see all the matches and play no games. Play absolutely.
No game. These guys barely played a game.
I think Matt felt like he played a game. He's Garchomp dodged twice.
Blinked and it was over.
For real. It's so funny because depending on the Pokemon, this format can either be super fast or incredibly slow. It's wild.
We were blessed with no.
We were blessed with no Celesteela.
No Celesteela.
Was there any Celesteela today?
I didn't see a single one.
Bless the soul of all you guys who are here. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's a great Pokemon.
As a Skarmory like lover,
you love Skarmory.
I also love Celesteela.
Yes. Oh yeah. You give Skarmory Elite Seed and you just say,
"I'll sit right here."
All right. I'm just gonna take a break.
Here.
I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
So Rewt definitely has to do some adjustments. 100%. At the same time, it was a very fast-paced game. I think that the big thing was that Matt was able to trade a Gigalith for a Bulu.
Yeah.
Got rid of that Bulu, which honestly threatens so much of Matt's
Not only
team.
did he do a super favorable trade in the Gigalith for the Bulu, but the match concluded before Sandstorm ended. So
yes.
What was
it
the
didn't
trade?
matter.
There was no trade.
It doesn't matter.
Gigalith might as well have lived.
Yeah.
His legacy lived on.
His legacy lived on in the sand particles that are just floating around the team. It's true. I mean, once the sand was set up and it wasn't getting dropped, it's over. You can't do anything. It's time.
It's time. Liquidation.
They call me Araquanid. That's what they really
bubble.
call me. The bubble. The water bubble. Oh, my goodness. We're going to see Gigalith and Garchomp. This time, Matt leading.
No games, right to the sand.
No games. We're putting the sand up. I mean, he put the sand up last time, but he didn't. I don't think he led with the Garchomp. He did not lead with the Garchomp. And we're going to see Arcanine Bulu from Rewt, which I think is very, very solid. Getting that Intimidate off on both those Pokemon, which, in case you are wondering, Tapu Bulu can live a Poison Jab from a Garchomp after Intimidate, depending on how each Pokemon is trained. But a majority of Bulus live Poison Jabs after Intimidate. So he doesn't have to worry about that. He can actually let Garchomp go for a Poison Jab and go for the Horn Leech on the.
I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain that even a super duper defensive Bulu is going to go down. Is going to. I'm sorry, a super offensive
Garchomp is going to go ahead and not be able to knock out a Bulu.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to say. Yeah.
Despite the fact. Okay, we're going to see the Z move. Right? Is that a Bloom Doom? No, that's Fingers McGee. This is the Poison type Z move.
Yep. We saw this before on the Garchomp.
Yes,
yeah,
this is the Garchomp. Yep. I retract everything. That's going to knock at the Bulu even after the Intimidate. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Wow, Matt. Matt with the acid downpour. Like, that is poisonous. You see that? Like, that girl is poison. Let's see. There it goes. That's crazy, man.
Never stood a chance.
It didn't. Poor Rodeo, man. I call this thing Rodeo, McCree. Okay, and we're going to see. Oh, man. Will-O-Wisp on the Garchomp is perfect. In the sand landing. That's what blows my mind. So Garchomp just dodged.
No way. What?
Stealth Rocks?
That's crazy.
And you know what?
Rewt is laughing. He's like, no way.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they were seriously considering running Stealth Rocks in this format because it's so switch heavy. It is so switch heavy. Yeah.
Why not?
It's crazy.
I mean, the Gigalith's already a solid Pokemon.
Yep.
Like, you know,
to tell you, there's no reason. Give it a heavy slam, put Stealth Rocks on it, I guess. See, what's interesting to me is that you have to wonder why Bulu didn't protect as the Will-O-Wisp came out. I mean, there's a variety of reasons. Maybe it doesn't carry protect. Maybe it's Assault Vest, whatever it may be. I think that there has to be an actual reason because I think after speaking with Rewt,
like we said, dude, like you're living a poison jab.
That's true.
You're not.
And maybe
expecting
you're not expecting Poison EMZ.
Yeah, I can't say that word.
Yeah,
Poison EMZ.
You're not expecting it. That is true.
Like, definitely.
And look at that damage Milotic took from that Stealth Rock. Clean damage, my friends. Breaking sashes, doing everything.
Is he dead? Is the Milotic dead?
Not yet.
Did nothing.
Just wait. We're gonna see a Will-O-Wisp onto the Gigalith. Okay. Rewt is actually, even though he lost his Bulu, he's not in a terrible spot.
Yeah, with both Gigalith and Garchomp crippled now, he's gonna have a hard time getting through any physical walls.
Yeah,
for sure.
And he's gonna go ahead. I thought he was gonna freeze this Magnezone. Honestly, we're gonna see a Rock Slide from this Gigalith. Dude, look at that. That's not enough damage with the grassy terrain up. That's not enough damage. Granted, the Sandstorm is gonna chip away at Rewt's team, but I don't know, man. It's tough. Once Will-O-Wisp start connecting, that's what I was going to say before. Will-O-Wisp connecting in the sand on Garchomp, but it can dodge 2 Ice Beams. Meanwhile, Will-O-Wisp was what, 85% accuracy? I don't know.
He dodges when it counts, man.
He does. Well, I mean, listen, you don't want to burn Garchomp. That thing is literally useless now.
He'd rather be hot than cold.
Your yes when you're no.
So now Matt is in the situation where Magnezone's staring down this Arcanine again, and he's like, "Well, do I want to risk trading for this Milotic right now?" You know?
Well, and the other problem is that Gigalith is burned and intimidated. So even if Gigalith for some reason had, there's no single target rock type moves right now. We're gonna see a flamethrower to the Magnezone. That's a critical hit. That's a critical hit. It's a crit, knocking out the Magnezone, putting Rewt way back in the game. Milotic going for a recover. I think that Rewt has this. We're going to a game 3. I'm calling it less of a Pokemon player, more
of a profit.
profit.
What do those Stealth Rocks do?
They do damage. Nothing. Shoot, you're right. Darn it, the memes.
They did not.
Oh my goodness. We're going to see Rock Slide once again.
Nothing.
Literally not do much. That crit is huge, especially with Milotic going for a recover. Had Milotic gone for like Scald on Magnezone, I would have been like, okay.
Well, it would have picked up the damage on the Gigalith, I think.
Oh, I mean, yes, that's. Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, if you're the Milotic, you're not going for the Scald on the Gigalith.
Well, in an instance where I want to get rid of Magnezone,
well,
you know what I mean. I just double into that slot, but I don't know if Magnezone
I see what
you're
saying. I'm thinking that the crit was like a thing that was in the cards from the beginning of time.
Oh no. I'm saying like
because it probably would not have killed. Well, again, we don't.
It would. No, we've seen it before. It wouldn't have knocked it out.
Right.
We've seen the Magnezone live a flamethrower at like 25%.
Have we seen it live this Arcanine's flamethrower?
Yes. So just in this game.
Okay.
Is the information I'm talking about.
Okay, because I know we've seen other Arcanines hit this same Magnezone, but
yes.
I don't know what item this Arcanine's holding at the time.
That is very true. We'll see. Like I'm saying, look, Gigalith, Garchomp both burned. It's tough.
Yeah, this is really a really rough spot to get out of. Like your win con. All right, so Milotic was preventing Matt from winning this game. And Magnezone was gonna
take care of Milotic,
and now he has to deal with it with 2 burnt offensive attackers.
Exactly, so and not to mention Gigalith is even like it's more defensive. We see Arcanine go for protect, not gonna take any damage. Milotic literally taking nothing from that Rock Slide.
No damage.
This Ice Beam is connecting. I think Rewt took Milotic into the locker room.
Yep.
Listen,
lives.
It lives, but it's burned. So I think it's going down to the burn. Actually, burn has been nerfed a little bit. I don't think it's going to knock it out.
Does burn before grassy terrain or
burn is? I think sandstorm. I think all damage is before grassy terrain. I think.
Okay.
Almost positive. If not, that's what they should have done. I'm gonna call game. I'm calling Game Freak right now. Where's my phone?
Call Mr. Nintendo.
Hey. Oh nope. Never mind. Burn is not before. Hey, Mr. Nintendo. Yeah, you messed up. All right. They know. It's fine. As long as they
you
know.
left a message or? You just talk to them
no,
directly?
I just hang up on them after I'm done.
Oh, okay.
I call them. I say what I want to say. That's it.
And then you hang up.
Yeah. And that's why none of my things ever go through.
Hello? They're over there. Hello?
Yeah. Hello? What did you say? I want to sit this way now. I don't know why. Who needs lumbar support?
I was sitting that way before.
Yeah, I like arm support better than lumbar support. As you guys just saw, when there's statuses and there's terrain and there's sand, the turns take 47.5 years. So even though we used your time valuably in the last battle, this battle we're just gonna suck it all away from you.
They got their money's worth.
Yeah, it's fine. We're good. Garchomp did live thanks to that grassy terrain. It was able to survive that burn, so it's got one more chance to get a Rock Slide or an EQ off. Personally, I might want to go with an Outrage. There we go. So I was going to say, might want to go for an Outrage, just get max damage on something. My low tick
Maximum.
Garchomp dodges the Snarl. Are we serious right now? The Garchomp's going to live another turn. Scald into that Gigalith, I'm sure. Going to do. Look at that. That's decent damage in the sand, but it's also decent bulk.
Yeah.
We're going to see Gigalith go for the Rock Slide, connecting on both Pokemon. I don't think we've seen Matt miss a single Rock Slide. So he is blessed with the dodge, with the accuracy gods. He dodges when he needs to, and he hits when he does. I like it. Sandstorm, of course, whittling down Rewt's team, and we have about 47 minutes to talk about the weather tomorrow because of how long this game takes between turns.
Chat's concerned for your phone. They said I hit the table pretty hard.
Yeah, you know what? Because the Nintendo people will buy me a new one. That's apparently how it works. They're just
Nintendo makes phones?
Yeah, yeah. There's my phone. That's my phone.
Hello?
Yeah.
3DS.
Oh, and I got it. You have to
open it first.
Yeah, this is Nintendo.
That's how you call.
That's how you call Nintendo directly. A lot of people don't know about that. Look at this. Garchomp's literally sitting at 17 nonstop. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Thankfully, the grass is gone. The sand. That means the sand has one more turn. No, the sand has 3 more turns. He's running Smooth Rock because Gigalith led with the Bulu. So they've been up the same amount of time.
Are you sure he didn't switch it? No, yeah, you're right, because they both got double intimidated right in the beginning.
Yep.
You're right.
So that means that he's running Smooth Rock. That's information right there. So literally, Gigalith Legacy is going to stick around. If the other team does not have weather, it's sticking around. We're going to see Gus withdraw my low tick and go out to the top of Coco. Ooh. Interesting. Hoping for the Outrage to target that slot, thanks to the fairy typing, wants it to be immune. So I definitely appreciate that. We're seeing. Oh, are going to go for Protect. Okay, so
this is a guaranteed. I'm not taking damage from your Outrage.
From your Outrage, yes. And now that the grassy terrain is gone, the burn will actually take the Garchomp out. So definitely appreciate that. You see that it did go into the Arcanine slot, but there's no way to know which one it's going to be.
And he's confused too. So.
Yes, and he's confused. So even if he does manage to survive this burn, there's a chance for him smacking himself in the face. Not to mention, Tapu Koko's here does outspeed and can just go for a Dazzling Gleam and kind of seal the deal for Rewt. Really well adjusted. 100%. Was this the game where he went for Poison EMZ? Yes. This was the game, and he still was able to come back.
Garchomp is living the burn, but he is now going to have to deal with the confusion.
Yeah.
And even if he does get one more attack off, it's not looking good for him.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
So do you waste a turn killing this Garchomp right here?
I wouldn't call it a waste. I think Dazzling Gleam Snarl might actually take Gigalith. I won't take Gigalith out. I'm just not afraid of either of these Pokemon anymore. Now that they've been intimidated and burned. Maybe the Garchomp isn't intimidated anymore, but the Gigalith is. Now they've been burned. They're not doing damage.
Yeah, they're definitely non-issues.
Yep. And we're going to see Dazzling Gleam from the Tapu Koko is going to come out. Look at that damage. Never mind. I think the Snarl might do the trick. Or you just go for Fire Stab move and actually knock out the Gigalith if you want to. We'll see the Life Orb on the Tapu Koko trigger, doing a little recoil. We'll see a Snarl. Does connect on the Gigalith. Is it enough to pick up the knockout? It is not enough. Snarl, the HP drops so fast it confuses me. Once again, Gigalith landing another Rock Slide, picking up a crit on the Arcanine. Oh my goodness. Yo, Matt has to put me in touch with his people.
It's a crit.
His people have crits, have dodges, have hits. I don't get any of that. My people
You are Mr. Dodge.
They call me. No. I'm not Mr. Dodge. They call me Mr. Dodge.
Oh, that's weird that they would call you something that's not your name.
They call me Mr. Dodge.
So why do they call you Mr. Dodge when that's not your name?
You can't control other people, and I've learned that the hard way in life. You just, if they want to call me something.
Well, have you tried correcting them? Letting them know that your name's something
else?
No.
No. I mean, most of them carry crowbars, so I don't correct people that are carrying crowbars.
Well, have you told them that carrying crowbars is weird?
No, I think that it's smart for them. It keeps me in check.
It sure does.
We're going to see the Tapu Koko go for the Protect. And we see Arcanine also goes for Protect. So double Protect is getting off right here. So another safe turn for Rewt. Just wanting to get rid of the sand. which is really, really smart to time that out, considering that Stoutland is taking advantage of that with the Sand Force and doubling its speed. So I definitely like that. Sand literally goes away. In this game, you guys remember, you can check the bottom screen, see how much left in sand. Going for a double protect and get rid of that sand.
Definitely one of the best additions to this game.
100%.
Oh my gosh.
100%. You don't have to keep track of that.
You can see everything. You see pluses and minuses to your stats. You can see
hazards. You see
hazards.
So good.
I honestly wish they would have put them on the actual screen.
100%. But with all the lag we get already, they couldn't do it. I think maybe on the Switch, if they release a Pokemon game, they could do whatever they want. You hear me, Game Freak? Oh, Nintendo. Hello? Pick up my call.
This time you're begging them to pick up your call?
No, I would never. We see that Stoutland gets paralyzed from the Thunderbolt. Oh, my goodness. And that's going to seal the deal.
Talk about overkill.
Retaliate? I mean, don't matter. That mustache ain't retaliating anything. You can knock out the Coco, but the Coco's knocking you out, if you know what I'm saying. Too much Coco makes for an upset tummy.
And we sell Coco.
Yeah, we do sell Coco. How much is it?
$2?
$2 for a cup of Coco. Come on through. We see Arcanine takes out the final Pokemon, making this a Game 3 situation.
Rewt had for a second. Rewt had the same pose as his character.
Did he really? The contemplative pose?
Yeah.
I love it. That is awesome.
Please go back into it. Please. No.
Wait. We're watching. Any poses? Nothing.
No.
All right, that's fine. I'm in love with the Coco. This stream does happen every Saturday, Beefcake. Oh, I like your name, Beefcake. So make sure you hit that heart down below if it is your first time here, so you follow us. We also have streams all throughout the week for Smash, Street Fighter, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. So whenever you see the notification pop in, see if it's something you enjoy. You might find something new that you didn't realize you could enjoy. I advise that because we have great casters here for all of our games. Pokemon will be every Saturday from here on out. Of course, if you want to be updated in case any situations, any surprise tournaments come up, make sure you follow us on Twitter as well at AON Gaming New York, AON Gaming NY.
If you're in the local area, we've got events right here in Deer Park.
Yep.
Just look for AON Gaming. In fact, if you follow us on Facebook, you can find all the event pages, and you can confirm that you're going, and you can go to them if you're in the area. A
lot of people today we're talking about just how it's nice to hang out with a bunch of people that do the same thing.
Right.
And you can, I'm kind of a homebody where I do love home, but I love getting to come here and just see everyone kind of hanging out, and you're all here for the same reason. Let's all battle each other and have a good time. And we are going into the final game of top 4. This is the final game, top 4. Rewt and Matt.
So this game decides who makes it into grand finals. Only one person will move on to play Nips.
Yes, Nips is sitting in the chair right now, just waiting.
Nips has not dropped a set today.
He has not dropped a single set. Nope, he's dropped a game or two, but not a set at all. So definitely, whoever's going to be going up against him is going to have their money cut out for them because every other player at this tournament did drop a set, but still. You can learn a lot from a dropped set that you can take into grand finals, especially in this game. It's not so much a tech-savvy game where your fingers, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's I don't know. I love it. We see that Matt does open up with the Gigalith and the Magnezone, and Rewt opens up with the Arcanine and the Tapu Bulu. So that Bulu Arcanine lead has been pretty consistent.
So, considering what happened to his Gigalith last time and his Garchomp, he's definitely got to be wary of this Will-O-Wisp this time. I think preserving his physical attackers is going to be key in this one.
100%. We also saw how much the Flash Cannon did. So my play here would be to protect Gigalith if he has it. We haven't seen it yet. Protect Gigalith and go for the Flash Cannon on the Bulu because the Flash Cannon gets a knockout.
Yep.
You know it does.
And then he's got to pray for he has to pray that Arcanine doesn't get another crit on the flamethrower like he did last time.
But that's what I mean. You have to play as if the crit's not going to happen. Right. Otherwise, you will regret it. If you're playing based on the hacks, you will regret it infinitely when you lose.
Right. No protect from the Gigalith, which means we might see a Rock Slide, which will do considerable damage to the Arcanine.
Yeah, but we're going to see a Flamethrower, and then we're going to see a Horn Leech into that Gigalith, which we know that he's going to live that on 18.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Flash Cannon into the Bulu slot. Like we saw before, it should bring him down to a point where Sand knocks him out. It is going to bring him down to a point where Sand knocks him out.
And we confirmed that Sand is first, yes?
We confirmed that Sand is first,
Well, Rock Slide is going to hit anyway, so it's all good.
Yep, it's all good. Bulu is going to go down, and Arcanine is going to take a huge chunk. I'm not sure who got the better trade there, because 2 of Matt's Pokemon are now at half HP. I guess statistically, just based on HP, Rewt lost 1.5 bars, and Matt lost 1 full bar.
Yeah.
Or 1.25 bar, because actually Magnezone's pretty low. The thing is, though, that Magnezone is sitting here. Magnezone is a Pokemon infamous for living right now. Even though it's not, I don't think this Magnezone's holding the leftovers. It's in the grassy terrain.
See, what's really concerning is that Gigalith is still alive in the grassy terrain, right? And both Muck and Arcanine, if they allow this Gigalith to regain 2-3 turns of HP, are going to be looking at a pretty tough Pokemon to kill. So
Definitely.
so they've got to do something about this fast. And at the same time, this Magnezone is also still present and posing a threat.
Yeah, the only thing is that Rewt has speed on his side right now. We know the Arcanine outspeeds the Magnezone and can pick up the knockout with the Flamethrower, which puts that Pokemon in an impossible position. And Muck can just knock off the Gigalith.
That's
and
right.
definitely knock it out. So I think that Matt's in a pretty tough spot. That's what I mean. Sometimes you just want to safe switch in. We're going to see Magnezone actually switch out into the Gastrodon for the first time in this set, which is going to, if the Flamethrower is targeting the slot, which I believe it is,
Good switch in there. We have not seen the Gastrodon. I'm very excited to see what it can do here.
Right, and look at how much HP it has. 218. We saw Milotic with 202. So Gastrodon has more HP potential. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know if that Milotic was max HP.
We don't know that this Gastrodon is max
Yes,
HP.
we don't know if this Gastrodon is max HP either. I feel like
Let's just use the law of averages and assume that they're both equally bulky.
yes, which means that Gastrodon is more bulky inherently if you're just doing laws of averages. Everyone's going to gain some recovery here thanks to the grassy terrain. And like I said, I don't know who's in the better position because I like Rewt's board position personally because there's a Magnezone in the back with no HP.
Yeah, but just purely based on typing, Matt has a Gastrodon which has type advantage against both these Pokemon.
Yes.
Doubly so against Arcanine.
That is very true. And honestly, we see the Garchomp come out, which pretty much makes Matt in a much favorite. He's type advantage all around.
Oh yeah.
The only thing he just cannot let happen, if you learn anything, you cannot let your Garchomp get burned. You need to knock down.
This Arcanine needs to go down right now.
Yes.
Cannot play no games. In fact, I would imagine like a decent turn would be if he has Protect on the Garchomp just to ensure no Will-O-Wisp.
100%.
Do a little bit of chip damage with the Gastrodon on the Arcanine and then
finish it
just
up.
just to make sure.
I 100% agree.
So Muck's protecting this turn, so that's gonna be interesting because I would expect all the focus to be on the Arcanine.
Definitely, we're gonna see Muck protect.
This Earthquake's not gonna be enough to knock out the Arcanine. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's not intimidated.
Yeah,
no, it's not
Arcanine's
enough.
bulky.
Yep, it's not
And
enough.
Now the Will-O-Wisp, if it lands,
in the sand,
this is a huge problem.
It dodges. That is, I mean, listen. It's
Look, he probably banked on that because you know what? An 85% accuracy move
In the sand.
In the sand, there's a really good chance of it missing. And we were super surprised before, and it's about time luck came around.
Yeah, especially for that specific move. I mean, we know he's been dodging ice beams, but that specific move is called Willow Miss for a reason. Like that's why it's called that. It misses. So the fact that it hit in the sand so many times, it was just like I said, bound to happen.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that. I do agree with your assessment. I think if he has Protect, should have went for it.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, still can't confirm that he has it, but if he does, would have been a great option. And I think it was a really strange play from Rewt to protect on the Muck because I don't think either of us foresaw any focus on the Muck. I think that was like I'll deal with that kind of later, type of Pokemon.
Definitely. Very good point the chat's bringing up. The reason why the Arcanine lived is not because the Arcanine's inherent bolt, but because grassy terrain reduces the damage of Earthquake by 50%. I believe it's 50%. So certain ground type moves get reduced, and I totally forgot about that. And that's why I used Bulu on my first VGC team, because I would use Bulu Muck, and Muck's only weakness is ground.
Right.
So right now he inherently has no weaknesses because of that. It's really good. Gardener's going to go for another Earthquake. It's not going. We're going to see it's going to do very minimal damage to the Milotic.
It's going to do more damage to the Gastrodon than anything else on the board.
Yeah, right? Oh, well, Muck's going to take a decent amount too, but definitely, like, Milotic takes nothing. Milotic goes
Toxic
for a
on the Gastrodon?
Toxic. That's beautiful.
Oh, no.
That's beautiful.
That's big.
That's a great play from Rewt's side. Packing Toxic. We saw a lot of Toxic. It wasn't... What tournament was that? We saw a lot of Toxic in the London
The
International.
poison touch on the knockoff.
Oh, my goodness. As Gastrodon goes for a Toxic on the Milotic. So they're exchanging poisonous words right now. Nothing but venom from these guys.
Doing this to each other.
Take it.
Knock you off.
And it's just... 3 things just got poisoned in one turn. The only thing that's not poisoned is the poisonous Pokemon on the field.
Where's that Salazzle at?
I know, right?
Trying to get a full Yahtzee right now.
We want a full Yahtzee. And dude, you know how long this turn is going to take? Because grassy terrain, sand, poison. It's over. It's literally a 40-minute turn. So if you guys want to tell us leftovers as well, anyone with leftovers, I think the Muck has Black Sludge. If you guys want to tell us about your day, you totally can. We'll put you on the spot. If you have questions, we have answers. You get a poison. You get a poison. Everyone get a poison. It's Oprah Winfrey just giving out poisons to everyone. I love it.
Gosh.
I love it, Dino Dude.
Oh, what, we're done?
Oh, we're back. Oh, gosh. I thought I slipped into like Back to the Future trans.
Yep.
I don't know what Garchomp can really do here. I think he's got to start going for rock slides to get some flinches.
You know, it's a real like the non Will-O-Wisp on the Garchomp was like the turning point of this game. You know,
Yes.
like that was huge.
Well, Matt has to run with that because he's getting into a spot that his Pokemon are on timers. And not that Muck is really, I mean, Muck isn't Figgy Berry or anything like that. It's just got Black Sludge, so it can stay healthy. I think Grassy Terrain has one more turn left. And then Garchomp's EQs will hit a lot harder.
Right.
I would not blame Matt for switching out this Garchomp, but instead he's going to go for an outrage, and I don't like that play.
You know what's interesting is it's almost good that no, you know what? I'm gonna scratch that thought.
You're going to scratch that thought? Well, Garchomp goes down to this Ice Beam, which I know I said I don't like the outrage, but that's the most damage that he ever could have gotten off on a Pokemon. And I appreciate that because if he has Stoutland in the back, Stoutland can come in and knock out this Milotic now. Guaranteed. Well, I shouldn't say guaranteed because Protect is a thing. Protect is definitely a move. Oh, we get the burn
now,
with the Scald.
Infinite turns.
Infinite turns are here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, granted, a Pokemon's completely gone, which is great for the clock. But Grassy Terrain's going to come through, healing up all these Pokemon. Poison's going to come through, damaging all these Pokemon. And I don't know that Rewt can come out of this. If the Stoutland's in the back. If the Stoutland's in the back, I don't think Rewt's in a very good spot. You can double protect.
We don't know what's in the back, right?
No, we have no idea. We haven't seen it yet. At least I don't believe we have. We already saw Magnezone. You're right, Magnezone.
That's
There's
perfect.
no Stoutland.
No, that's perfect.
That's perfect for Matt. If I don't know if I'd call it perfect.
I mean, because
Protect knockoff. You have to predict that. That's what I mean. It becomes mind games. If Milotic goes for Protect.
yeah, but no, he doesn't even have to. Trade the Magnezone for the Milotic, and then Gastrodon can clean up the Muck.
Yeah, but isn't Muck faster than Gastrodon?
Muck's also burned.
Muck is burned. So
The knockoff might not kill.
Knockoff's not going to knock it out. You're right. Knockoff's not going to knock it out.
It's going to take a 2v1 with the Muck and the Milotic against.
Oh, Rewt forgot about Storm Drain.
Oh no!
So that completely.
That's it.
That's the game. That's the game.
Even if. Ooh, interesting
agree.
to decide to take out the Muck.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, it was the right decision, I think.
Because Milotic has no access to.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
That was one heck of a turn.
I mean, all Milotic could have really done was either recover or Ice Beam.
Ice beam the Magnezone just to put the knock off in range to kill the Magnezone.
Yeah, I definitely think that was the only play. I mean, obviously Scald wasn't the play, but I agree with Matt's assessment going for the Muck because Milotic can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, even Ice Beam's not going to do anything. We saw the Magnezone outspeed the Muck, so I think Matt had that in the bag.
Ice Beam doing less than 50% of the Gastrodon too. It just ensures the Gastrodon's going to win any stall war,
Yep.
even if it's left alone against the Milotic. So Recover was the perfect choice from Matt's Gastrodon. Yeah, and now we're seeing Recover from Rewt, Milotic, but I don't think he's going to be able to live this Thunderbolt anyway.
No, it's not going to matter. I think Thunderbolt will just pick up the knockout outright. Yep, there we go. So that's going to be 2-1. A great set by both players.
That was definitely my favorite set all day.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite set all day. I mean, we still have grand finals.
Yes.
We have grand finals. Top two, both Nips and Matt. But before we do that, we're gonna have a quick winner interview with Matt, which I don't think he's been on stream. I don't think he's been on a winner interview before.
So let's go get him.
So I think he lost on stream, and that's it. So let's get him.
I'll be right.
Welcome back, Pokemon fans. We're here with the winner of that last match, who's already been on stream. I was incorrect with my remembrance. Today's just been a very long day. I'm sure for you guys as well.
Yeah.
But man, that set was so much fun to watch, dude. Face and I were saying it was our favorite set so far today. Easily.
Really?
Yes, easily our favorite set on stream.
Oh, wow.
I loved your team as soon as I saw it. I mean, I told you before, like the fact that
Yeah.
it's all sand, it's really great. And I really loved, game two. How did you feel game two once you had both those, but once your Gigalith and your Garchomp was burned? I feel like that was a tough spot.
Yeah, I mean, I had a similar issue with an earlier game, I think, but just them getting burned, it just never works for me. And
Yeah.
I didn't know exactly what to do with it because I knew the Arcanine was bulky and I couldn't one-shot it like I wanted to with Stoutland if one of them died.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to keep them in and just do as much damage as I could.
Yeah.
So Stoutland could come in and get a full powered retaliate, but it just never happened.
Yeah. No, it was definitely a tough spot. When that Will-O-Wisp missed in game 3, how did you feel?
I was ecstatic.
Did you know that was that he was going for Will-O-Wisp with your?
I pretty much figured. So I was kind of sad when I believe I hit him with the move and he didn't die. And
Yes.
I was just like,
I think you might have went for Earthquake.
that was the issue. And I realized this when I did my second Earthquake. I'm like, wait a minute.
Grassy Terrain.
Grassy Terrain is up.
Yeah,
This does not
I
work.
literally forgot about it while I was casting, and then the chat reminded me, like, Grassy Terrain, Shady. I'm like, you're right. For some reason, the terrains are just another level that you literally, like, I think as players, we have to literally just sit there and say, okay, what's on the field? Sand, what does that do? Terrain, what does that do? Statuses, is that affecting anything? And then make a decision. But there's only so much time on the clock anyway.
Yeah, and that really came down to the end because it was just was it at the end? It was just grassy terrain healing, leftovers healing.
Oh my gosh,
toxic on two
statuses,
different people. So another guy was burned. It was just all over the place. The in between turn time took longer than the actual decision
100%
for the turn.
It's crazy. I mean, it's semi. I'm sure it's semi frustrating as a player as well. But I told the stream, like, you can use that time to think of your next move, and that's partially why the in between turns don't take as long. Like when I'm playing, right, that's when I start thinking. As soon as I see like toxic go off, I'm like, all right, let me just start thinking right now what I'm going to do the next turn because there's no reason for me to wait for the clock to change.
Yep.
It's not going to change my decisions. Well, you guys are about to jump into grand finals, and you said this was your first VGC tournament ever.
Yes.
And you made it to grand. How does that feel?
I'm so happy right now. Like I have a history of just being like, oh, I'm probably going to lose anyway. Like, this is my first time. Like even in the league I've done with my friends, like I've made it like semifinals in our playoffs. Like that was it. And then I lose this like stupid decisions. Something like that. But so like to make it to the grand finals here, I'm very happy with that.
No matter what happens at this point, you made it to grand finals, and that's definitely a huge accomplishment for your first tournament. You have look, Rudy loves you. I don't know if you know Rudy.
Oh, Rudy, I know Rudy.
Oh, there we go.
Rudy hangs out on my buddy's stream.
Really?
We party all the time.
That's awesome. So
what's up, Rudy?
Shout outs to Rudy. Well, I'm gonna let you go so you can go ahead and do your grand finals match. Best of luck no matter what happens. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope we see you again, either here on after your game if you win, or just next week maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
Awesome. Well, guys, we'll be right back. Matt's just going to jump over to his setup, and we'll jump into grand finals. Tweet out the stream. Let's get it.